up, y'all? It's your host, Mike the Uncle G, for another episode of the Rapper Cat Podcast. And what you said hats? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. So, Sample has her in. I don't know if I really rock with them like that. You see the logo kind of high. Wish it was a little bit further down. But, yeah, man. I ain't lie to y'all. Definitely order some more hats. A trucker hats. Y'all let me know. Got the white do-rag now. Everybody be saying I be killing my black one, so I'm trying to, switch it up, make it a little bit more versatile for y'all. So, y'all excludes the glare, man. It's just a nice day outside, and I could not not be by the sun. So I wanted to do it in a different spot, but I ain't the only person that live here, so I guess I gotta share my space. So without further ado, we gonna get right into it. But last week or whatever, last episode I should say, we got into quality time, and I feel like it was a great episode. I feel like it's probably the most important love languages. All of them are important and essential to one another, but that was the most important one, the one that stood out to me when I was reading. So this one shouldn't take long, honestly. Like, not to say if you don't really know this, like, you lost, but if you don't really know this, you kind of lost. Like, I feel like the third one that we're going to hit on, by the way, is receiving gifts. So I feel like if, what I'm saying, like, you don't really understand, like, the power of giving at this point and stage in your life, it's not something that your significant other is going to be able to teach you, because it's going to become a thing of you're using me, or you're trying to get what you can out of me, or we don't do that where I'm from. Like, you have to learn the principle of giving it and what comes with it and what it's about when you're not in a relationship. It makes it 10 times harder to learn the basic principles of giving in a relationship. And he said, you must be thinking of someone to give. And a lot of people, like, they're like, oh yeah, da, da, da. Like, no, but really, think about all the times that you've given a gift. It's because you had them in mind up here. You can't give when somebody's not up here. So it makes it harder, I should say, to give when people aren't up here. So it's easy because you're like, oh yeah, such and such birthday coming up. Like, I know they would love this. Or, dang, like, man, she just made me happy. Let me get her some flowers. Or he just made me happy. Get him some flowers. Y'all need to treat y'all kings right. That's the other podcast. But yeah, get y'all kings some flowers. But it's just that principle in itself of knowing, like, you have to be thinking of someone for the most part to give. It is just so powerful. Like, yeah, like you really have to love somebody in order to sacrifice your giving. Like, yeah, I'm giving you this gift, and it doesn't matter if you give it for free or whatever. You're sacrificing something that could have been for you. You're sacrificing your money. You're sacrificing whatever it was for you to give that gift. And it's just a symbol of a thought. Like, my gift to you is just a symbol of, it's just me reminding you. It's just a symbol that I was thinking of you. It's just the physical symbol of that. And I love that because nothing says I was thinking about you like a gift. Nothing. Like, somebody bringing you flowers, somebody giving you a gift card to Target, wherever y'all like to catch vibes at, somebody gifting you a new coat for the winter, or some new J's. Like, it's nothing like someone saying, I'm thinking of you through a gift. It hit different. And it's not the thought living in your head that matters, but it's the thought expressed by actually giving it. Like, you don't get credit for it. Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, oh, that'd be perfect for her. I'd be perfect for him. And they were just like, oh my gosh, ugh, I'm so in love. Like, no, they're like, in that person's head whose primary love language is gifts, they probably like, well, why didn't you get it for me? Like, or I like that. Why you ain't say something? Like, why you ain't be like, hey, yo, I know you love butterflies. Shout out KK. I know you love butterflies. You know what I'm saying? They got a comforter at Target or TJ Maxx right now. It's got some butterflies all on it. I think you would like it. Or they got some bed sheets, butterflies on it. Or there was a statue, it's a butterfly. Like stuff like that is like, all right, cool. Like at least if you can't get it for me, if you can't give it to me as a gift, give me the gift of you openly giving me the thought. Like share that thought with that person. Like, okay, I was thinking about you. I did want you to know there was such and such and such. I did want to know if you liked it. Like that. Okay, cool. Like, yeah, I like it. Like, where'd you find it at? Oh, don't worry about it. Like, oh, it's just a hole in the wall place. I'll go back and get it. Or I'll see if they still have it when I go back again. Or you just acting like whatever. But you being able to really make that thought come into action is really the beauty of it. Because when it's just a thought, it's really in caterpillar mode. It's like, all right, I'm in my little cocoon. Like I'm waiting to evolve into the gift that that person is going to love. And gifts are a symbol of love. And the sooner that we understand that, the better. Like, and it's not all about like I said, love is expressed in many different ways. Like love languages, that's what it's all about. Expressing love in different ways. But you actually knowing and being conscious up here that I know this gift is going to directly affect their day. My thought of them is going to directly affect their day. Why does every woman on this earth look at Valentine's Day so heavenly for the most part? Because they're like, I want to know you're thinking of me. I want to know that you know me. Show me your love through your gifts. A day out of the year, I want you to personally show me your love through those gifts. What is it that you know that I love that you're willing to give me with to make me feel loved? And that's why a lot of women be like, man, for Valentine's Day, like, he ain't even give me nothing, or he ain't even doing such and such, or like, he don't even go buy, he don't even bring me gifts. Like, they talking like that 9 times out of 10, majority of the time, their love languages, their primary is gifts. And a lot of men are like, man, she just want me to go buy her everything. No. She just wants you to gift her something. It's not about you always going to buy something. It's about gifting that person. You could have made that at home. You make her a poster board. Give it to her. Like you can make her a meal and wrap it in something nice and put some Snickers on top of it. That is a gift. Like, oh, all right, cool. Like it's a lot of times we get acts of service and gifts mixed. Cooking could still be an act of service, but if you gift wrap it and package it, it's something else. It's a gift. So we get so caught up in doing things like that, like man, or focusing on things like that. I should say, it's just like man, she just want this. Like she ain't never grateful. She see me out here. I mow her grass. Like I cook for her when she want to. Like I massage her feet. Bravo, bravo. Bravo. You have executed your love language. Because clearly, if that's the thing that you're pointing out, your love language is acts of service. It's not gifts. She's pointing out, you don't give me anything. You didn't buy me. Unless she's a gold digger, her primary love language is probably gifts. So you should probably just go out and buy her some flowers as a gesture of love. Not to just be like, man, if I don't go buy none, she gonna go crazy. But gift her things. Gift her things. Hey, baby, I bought you some gum. Like, a lot of people think that's crazy. Short story, though. My mom, when I was younger, she used to always tell me, like, well, not always, but, like, me and my dad would go out. Let's say we going to the mall. Let's say we going somewhere. Like, me and my mom, we like to shop. My pops love to shop, but me and my mom, like, that's our bag. Like, we trying to shop. So my mom would always be like, all right, bring me something back. My dad, kiddingly, will always be like, all right, I brought you me, or whatever. But me, and like sometimes he would bring her something back, sometimes he wouldn't. Like it depended. But me, I always tried to bring her something back. And I knew my mom loved gum. My mom to this day loves gum. She is the only person I know that can pop gum the way she pops gum. It sounds like gunshots in the house. But me just always being able to be like, come back and be like, Ma, I brought you some gum. Ma, I brought you like a Coke. Ma, I brought you this. Like, something to like, her saying that implanted it in my mind, like, okay, I gotta come back to the house with something. Like, I gotta come back to the house with something. And it wasn't even a pressure of, if I don't come back, she's gonna be upset. It was the thought and the knowing of, I know she said it, so I know it's gonna make her feel loved. Or I know that is going to help her, like, throughout her day or whatever. And bringing that gift and seeing the smile and feeling the warmth, even though I'm a little kid, I don't know no better. My pops paid for the coke, my pops paid for the gum, like, he paying for everything. But I'm like, oh no, I get this. He like, you want a soda? I'm like, nah, I'm getting mom a soda. All right, cool. Like, him being able to see that, and him getting that affirmation, like, okay, cool, you picking it up. Like, it ain't just on me to buy your mom stuff and to make sure that your mom is affirmed in this way. It's on you too. Even if I'm paying, it's the simple fact that it's your gesture. And that's what women are looking for. It's the gesture and the thought that, okay, you're thinking about me enough that you knew, okay, this is something that I enjoy. Let me go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get that for her or get that for him. Like, I know they enjoy these things. Like, let me just get that for her. And it's not necessarily like, let me constantly always have to buy something. I gotta go get something every 2 weeks. But no, like, just a simple, like, thinking of you gift. Like, you could be in Walmart and be like, dang, I know she love oversized tees to sleep in. Like, let me get her some of these little $3 t-shirts over here. Like, they oversized, whatever. Like, let me get them for her. Like, she needs some new colors. Like, stuff like that. Like, gifting people things, or she paints or he paints and I know he needs some new brushes, let me get him some new brushes. Or I know she likes to do her makeup, let me go give her some new brushes. Things like that matter. And no matter what people try to do to downplay the role gifts have as their primary or as their secondary or their third or their fourth or their fifth, gifts matter. And it always changes that person's day. Like, man, like, I can't believe such and such brought me flowers. I can't believe she brought me 2K. Like, she just gifted me that. Like, I can't believe that. Like, those make lasting impressions. Visual symbols and expressions of love are more important to a lot of people than we, and more important to us in general than we realize. A lot of people just think, oh, okay, well, that's cool, like, whatever. But a lot of people can't enjoy receiving gifts because they never had it before. It's so many women, not even women that I dated, but women that I'm friends with that are literally uncomfortable receiving gifts because they've never received gifts like that before, or because they have and there was an alternative motive, like, all right, like, I'm gonna buy her gifts to, like, try to win her over and get some booty or something like that, or I'm doing this just to manipulate her into doing whatever I want her to do. You never had the genuine, authentic presentation of gifts to you to where you was just like, dang, like, this made me feel so good. Like, you never were able to have that. So for me, it then boils down to why you give the gifts that you give. It's always the why. It's not what, it's the why. And a lot of women and a lot of men will ruin this because they get so caught up in the gifts sometimes. At the end of the day, before we even go there, that's a different podcast. But at the end of the day, okay, cool. Whenever he or she gets the giving the gifts is my love language down pat, then you work on, all right, cool, like, I don't really like this, like, come on, like, this is my style, like, pay attention, look at how I dress, look at what the things that I'm interested in, look at this, look at that. Then it calls for detail. But just getting someone to know your primary love language is the most important thing. So them just being able to be like, I was thinking about you. I don't know if you're going to like it, but I thought of you when I saw this, so I bought it for you. That being said in itself, it affirms that love language that, okay, cool. That the first layer, I should say, of at least you're trying. Like, at least I know that you're thinking of me. That's really what receiving gifts is. I'm bringing this gift in as an act to show you that I'm actually thinking of you. It's not that I'm just saying, like, I'm not using my words to just be like, baby, I love you. Like, I ain't going nowhere. We good. Like, I'm gonna marry you. All that. Like that, for them, that's cool. But for people who have the primary love language of receiving gifts, it's more so of you showing me by giving me something that you love me. And it's not superficial until you abuse it. But it's literally how people grow up. I remember it was a time in my life where I thought receiving gifts was my primary. But when I was a kid, I remember my dad used to come home, like if he worked late at night, my pops was coming home with something. Like he was coming home to something. It was kind of his way of being like, I'm sorry I couldn't be here sooner. I know you about to go to bed. So like, I brought you a movie, a Disney movie, to let you know that regardless of all my day, I was running around doing whatever. I've been at work since 6, 7 in the morning, but I was still thinking of you that whole day. And here's my act, and this is my expression of me showing you that I thought about you. Or I was in the PX and they had some t-shirts, some Nike t-shirts, because y'all know I love t-shirts, but some Nike t-shirts, and I saw it and I had to get you one because I thought about you, because I'm like, oh yeah, Mike likes Nike. Like it's that makes the difference for people whose love language are receiving gifts. Like, because they're gonna give gifts to show you that they love you as well. They're gonna give as well as receive. They're looking for that exchange at some point and frequently. And like I said, it's not about the money that you spend, but it's about the thought in your mind behind it. And being able to explain it. Like a lot of people be like, oh yeah, I saw this can opener and thought about you. Okay. Well, I know that you like to drink wine, and so or I know that you like a nice beer, whatever. Like, so I bought this for you, so like whenever you're doing it, you don't gotta use the getaway. You could just do it like that, and they're like, all right, cool. Or like I could just put the little machine around it, open it. All right, cool. Appreciate you. Like, that's a gift. That is a thought behind that gift or why you gave it. You don't never want to give a gift and you don't know why you give it, or you're just like, oh, I just bought it because I know you like this. Like, I just bought it. Like, I don't know. I was just like, oh yeah, he likes this, let me buy it. Like, no, there's no real thought behind that. Let it be a genuine thought. Like, this reminds me of them, or I know that they like this and I know that they will enjoy this, so I'm going to buy this for them. That's really what matters to people when you're giving and receiving gifts. And that's exactly why people react to things differently. Like there's people out there that I know that with their wedding ring, they never take their wedding ring off. Shower, bed, going to work, don't matter. That wedding ring is everything to them. They're not taking it off. Then there's other people who don't care about wedding rings. Other people who don't care about flowers. It's just it's different. Like, all right, cool. They're not used to it, or that's not their love language. But visual symbols are always different for different people. So you just have to pay attention to what it is, because you giving somebody a gift that you would give to yourself is not going to be the same as a gift that you would give to them because of them. So you always have to have the other person in mind. That's why I said that was so profound to me. You must be thinking of someone to give them a gift, to truly give them a gift, because it's all up here. It's all up here. And without gifts, people will start to question your love with their primary thing, because they're like, you're not gifting anything. Like, you didn't give me anything, so you're not thinking of me. Like, you went to the store, you went to Walmart, and you didn't think like, dang, like she might like this t-shirt, or she might like this Kit Kat, like, or she might enjoy this. Like, you didn't think of me. Like, that's the things that will come up, and people will get so caught up in the money, or they'll get so caught up in why I always gotta give you something, when they don't realize relationships are give and take. Like, you have to realize relationships are always give and take. So it's never going to just be, oh, well, like I ain't trying to, I don't got to give you something all the time. No, it boils down to relationships are give and take. So I have to always be giving something. If I'm giving my time, if I'm giving you a gift, whatever. But you making sure that you lock in on gift giving and allowing that person to get that affirmation, and for y'all to build some type of bond and some type of rhythm with that knowing, okay, cool, finances might not permit for me to go out and buy you flowers every week. Finances might not permit me to go out and buy you a new purse or a new pair of shoes every week, or a new pair of slides every week, whatever it is that she likes. But finances do permit me to be thoughtful and be thought-provoking and to affirm you through my love by going out to buy something that I know that you will like, or that made me think of you. That's what gift giving is all about. And someone critical of your gift giving is honestly being critical of your love. So if they're looking at your love like, man, like, or your gift giving like, man, like, why would you bring me this? Like, I hate this. That is to them that you don't love me. You're not paying attention to me, because you wouldn't have bought me that if you were really in tune with me. And that's the thing. People are like, oh yeah, like gift giving is so easy, blah blah blah. No, it's really intimate as well, because you actually have to think of somebody. It's like, oh no, like I gotta actually think this through. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just show up and be like, all right, whatever. Nah. So when dealing with someone whose love language is receiving gifts, we always have to remember that the thought is what matters. That is the why. Why am I doing this? That is the why. The thought is the why. And we can't get caught up in money, and we can't get caught up in how much we're giving or how much we're taking. If it's genuine, if you love that person, give them a gift. Give them a gift. And because they're going to sow into you. If that's their love language, they're going to automatically be giving you gifts. So it's not a matter of, oh, who's paying for what? Who's gifting who what? Like whose gifts are better? No. Just gift as you think. As the thought comes, give. That's all they're looking for. So, man, that's really all I got. Yeah, that's really all I got. So, y'all stay tuned for next week. We're going to get into another love language and spend another episode of the Rapper Cap podcast. You can follow me at Mike the Young OG on Instagram. That's 2 E's and the. You can follow the podcast at RAPORCAP podcast. And if you follow me on Twitter, remove the T and add the 1. And y'all tell me if I'm rapping the Cap.